Welcome to Team Talks, the podcast where we speak about real issues faced by students today. I'm your host, Tian Al-Khadir, and in today's episode, we'll explore something that many students experience but rarely tell about: how family problem can affect school performance. With us today, we have Cahaya, an ex-school student who bravely shares her story, and Irene, an experienced school counselor. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having me, Tiara.
Cahaya, I want to start with you. Can you take us back to when things at home start becoming difficult? What was the situation and what was the immediate effect you felt when you walked into school?
Okay, thank you for the question. My parents were going through a difficult divorce. It wasn't just the arguments, it was the constant stress, the worry about money, and the feeling where I had to choose a side. When I got to school, I feel like I'm physically present, but my mind was not at home.
That sounds exhausting. How did it affect your schoolwork?
I feel like I couldn't focus, stare at the textbook, and the word just wasn't thinking. I started missing deadlines, my grades dropped, and the worst part is the guilty feeling. I knew I needed to study, but I just didn't have the energy left after dealing with everything else. I feel like I was failing at home, but also failing at school.
That feeling of growth is so heavy. Cahaya, you mentioned energy. Irene, from a counseling perspective, what is happening to student brain when they are dealing with family stress? Why does it still there a little bit too late?
Okay, that's a great question. Our brain has a limited resources. When a student deals with severe conflict or stress at home, their brain enters a state of chronic threat. The amygdala, the emotional center, is constantly active, demanding energy. This drains the resources needed for the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for executive function like focusing, problem solving, and remembering information.
So, it's not laziness or a lack of caring, it's a biological response.
Exactly. We often see the symptoms first. The students who suddenly sleeps in class, increased irritability, or a complete drop in the quality of homework. Teachers often only see the drop in performance, not the cause. It's crucial for education and parents to look past the symptoms.
Cahaya, looking back, were any specific thing that your teacher or friends make you miss?
I used to be active in class, but I became someone really quiet. I stopped eating lunch with my friends because I was afraid to having a talk about my problems. And I became someone who hardly showed emotion.
That's a heartbreaking realization. The isolation feeds the problem. Okay. Irene, for a student like Cahaya, who is trapped in this feeling of isolation and overwhelm, what are the first practical steps they can to break cycle? Who should they talk to?
Okay, this is the important things. First, find one adult. that's safe. It might be a school counselor, a favorite teacher, or a school nurse. This person doesn't need to fix the family problem, but they can offer validation and flexibility. We can fix the home, but we can create a stable environment at school.
What about the student peers? What can a friend do if they suspect someone is going to prank?
The first thing is to invite them to talk and don't ignore them either. My best friend didn't cry, she just showed up and she sometimes leaves a snack on my desk and texts me thinking of you. It wasn't about grades, it was about reminding me that I was still fluid outside the chaos. That small gesture was a lifeline for me.
Peer support is powerful. Encourage them to seek professional help. But most importantly, just be present for them.
This has been an honest and emotional conversation. Cahaya, thank you for your vulnerability. Irene, thank you for giving us expert language and practical tools. The biggest takeaway today is this: your worth is not defined by your grades, and your struggle are not your fault. If you are dealing with family issue, please know there are system and people ready to support you. Find that ones have enough. For all the educator and parent listening, look for change in behavior or failing grades. Look for signs of a student fighting a battle you can see. Let's foster school that are not just place of learning, but your place of healing and stability. Thank you and see you the next episode.
Thank you.
Dalam kepalamu ribuan memori, mana yang membuatku seperti hari ini. Jatuh pertamamu dari sepeda, pulang di rumah tua, serpihan berbahagia.
Ya Allah, salah.
Alright, jadi
Kita langsung duduk ya? Langsung duduk aja. Bisa pulang saya?
Welcome to Teen Talks, the podcast where we speak about early suicide by students today. I'm your host, Tiara, and today we'll explore something that many students experience early in life, how family problems can affect school performance. With us today, we have Cahaya, an FX school student who will briefly start their story, and Irene, an experienced school counselor. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Cahaya, I want to start with you. Can you take us back to when things actually started to become difficult? What was the situation and what was the hidden effect you feel when you walked to school?
My parents were going through a very tough divorce. It was the constant argument, and it wasn't just argument, it was the constant stress, like the worry about money and the feeling where I had to exercise. And when I come to school, I feel like I'm basically present, but my mind was never focused.
That sounds healthy. How did it affect your schoolwork?
Well, my work, I couldn't focus, and I stared at the textbook, and my mind just went on work wouldn't seem to get me. I started using deadlines and work developed and my work focused on the I didn't expect it.